Hey there, welcome back to Mustard Seed Homesteading. My name is Megan. If you're new here, welcome. Today I'm going to unbox my Greenstalks and I'm going to show you exactly why I love them so much. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I want to share with you is their packaging. It comes in their Greenstalk garden box. They do a very good job at packaging their products. Any areas that could have potential loose things moving around, they pack it with paper, packing paper, and I've never had issues with packages sent to me. I've had several packages from Greenstalk sent to my home and never once had anything damaged. So they do package their products very well. Now, there are two different types of Greenstalks. They have the original and they have the leaf. So this one is their original. This one has your 10-inch deep pockets, and then the leaf has your 7-inch deep pockets. The leaf comes with 7 tiers while the original comes with 5 tiers. So now I'm going to explain to you part of why I love them so much and just the versatility as well as the amount of time that you save from watering all these plants in a very small space. So I'm going to work with the original Greenstalk, and as you can see, all of these holes, this is where the water comes through to each pocket of each tier. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to fill this with potting soil. You only want to use potting soil. Now recently, I want to say last year, I learned the importance of mulching. So I did start putting straw on top of the soil, and for me it has helped retain moisture, and it's just been a huge benefit. I've seen a difference in my gardening, but that's just something that I do. But you're going to want to fill this up with potting soil, and it shows you if you can see that where it says the top line is where you want to fill it, and you're just going to fill this with potting soil. You're going to plant your plants or your seeds in each pocket, and then you're going to stack them, and that's what I'm going to show you right now. Okay, so the next part that you're going to use is this little water reservoir, and as you can see, these have holes right here. So as you water the top reservoir, which I'll show you here in a minute, and it goes down to each tier, it's going to hit these reservoirs where it's going to deliver the water to each plant in each pocket of the tier. So for instance, you're going to take this tier right here, and this part goes right over this part like so. And then as the water comes down, it's going to water each plant, and then the holes at the bottom allows the excess water to drain out so that it's not just sitting there at the bottom where the plant's roots are. Okay, so the next part is the top reservoir, and as you can see, there's holes right here. You're gonna fill this up with water. This goes at the very top, and then the water's just gonna come through and it's gonna give water to each tier and then come out to the bottom. And so the way that goes on there, I'll show you how that snaps into place, and you can see this right here is what's going to snap right on here, and you're gonna do it all the way around so that it stays nice and secure. Okay, so those are the main parts of the Greenstalks. The next thing I want to talk about are their accessories. One of them being their bases, their rolling bases. So from what I know, they have 2 different types. This is one of them. And what this comes with are 3 locked rollers and 3 unlocked rollers. So here you have one that has the lock on it, and then the one that does not. And all you're gonna do is alternate between and do a locked, unlock, and so forth. That way you can either lock it in place so it doesn't go anywhere, or you can unlock it and move it around freely. Now, the other thing about the base that I really enjoy and like is this guy right here. So when you water the top reservoir and all the water goes through, there's gonna be excess water. And so you can put this on or you don't have to, because the water will come out of this hole right here, as you can see. But this right here, what I like about this is it just drains the water away from the Greenstalk, depending on where you have it placed in your yard or on your cement. It is a nice feature to have. Another accessory that they have is this little guy right here. And what I really enjoy about this part is that you place this right here. And so when you fill this up with soil, you're not losing a bunch of soil or making a huge mess underneath. And you may think like, oh, it wouldn't make a lot of a mess, but when you're filling a bunch of tiers, it actually can, and then you're losing soil. So I do like that little piece. The other thing that I love that Greenstalk does is they send what I call their little goodie bags. So this right here you get in your package, and in this package, comes a lot of little goodies and really good information. But I do want to mention that every one of their packages, they always have one of these, which is the person that packaged your box, which I just think that puts a very personable touch, because it is a family-owned business out of Tennessee, which is another reason why I love purchasing from them, because their products are made in the USA, and I do love to support companies that make their products here. But in what I call your goodie bag, you always get a packet of seeds. So this one is the gourmet blend lettuce. I've had cherry tomatoes, peppers, I've had cilantro, and I do appreciate when they send these. The other thing that they send are 3 super cute stickers. So the first one I got looks like the actual seed packet that I got, which are with some lettuce. And then this one is some really cute flowers. And this one's super adorable. Look at that little strawberry jam. I love that. So you get those, and then you get a little thank you card, and on that it gives you some information. There's a community page on Facebook, so you get support, help if you have any questions. You know, it's just extra good information for you. And then the other thing that I greatly appreciate is this information package. So they give you information on both Greenstalks, as you can see. So here's your original, and here's your leaf. They tell you what you can plant in your original and what you can plant in your leaf. Now, you could experiment with your Greenstalks and plant whatever you want. I think that's the beauty of gardening, is that you can experiment and push the limits if you want to, but they do give you a good outline for what grows well in each Greenstalk. And then the next page actually shows you how to fill your Greenstalk. So right here, he's filling up the Greenstalk with potting soil. And again, it has to be potting soil. You want to fill it to the line. And then you can see a picture here where he is planting a plant in each pocket. And then this is the water reservoir that I was sharing with you, or I showed you earlier, that you place there for the water to then water each of these pockets. And then they give you a good example of the right way to lock it into place versus the wrong way, because you do not want that to happen, otherwise it'll fall over. And then this is just a picture where you know, it shows you to water the top reservoir, and then all the water goes through each tier as it goes down. And then this is a great example of how it all works. So you water that top reservoir, the water goes through, it goes into this reservoir, delivers the water here into this and all the way down, and then the excess water comes out the bottom. So I do absolutely love that they send this information, so you're not kind of trying to figure things out. And so I find this to be very, very helpful. Okay, so now I want to show you a assembled Greenstalk that I put together. Now I only did 2 tiers for this demonstration, but I'm going to show you what that looks like. And we're going to start from the base. As you can see, all the rollers are assembled. You got your tubing right here. You have the tier locked in place, and that's what it looks like. And then you have the top reservoir right there locked into place. And so that's what this looks like with 2 tiers. Now, one of the things that I really appreciate about the Greenstalk is that you can make it into a 1 tier, a 2 tier, a 3 tier, whatever need you have, you can make it fit for you. And that I do greatly appreciate. Now, I use all 5 tiers, but again, you can make it however you want to. Okay, so let me go show you some of my Greenstalks and how I utilize them and what plants that I'm planting. Okay, so here are all of my Greenstalks. This one is my garlic, this one is mostly broccoli, and that is my cilantro that I'm letting go to seed so I can seed save. And then these 4 are my onions that I plan to share a video on how I planted those. And then these 2 have nothing in them. I'm going to use that for either sweet potatoes or potatoes. And then this one is my strawberry tower with my spearmint on top. But as you can see, look at how much you're able to grow in such a small space. That's why I just appreciate the versatility and just the ability to, like I said, grow in a small space. So these are what some of my Greenstalks look like. I do have a few more that I'm sure I'll share in future videos, but I just want to give you an idea of what they look like and how they work in my space. So I hope by me showing you all the parts and explaining how it works and assembling it and then showing you how I utilize it in my garden was helpful, because I really do think it is a wonderful piece to have in your garden because of the amount of space that it saves and time that it saves. So as I said, I hope this was helpful for you in making a decision as to whether or not it would be good in your garden space. Thank you so much for stopping by and have a great day. See you next time. Bye-bye.